Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mary, and today I am going to do a very fun and snarky card. So I am pulling out this stamp set from Tailored Expressions, and surprisingly the actual stamps were a lot bigger than the picture on the front. I'm going to be using the snowman from the Tailored Expressions and then the little dog from My Favorite Things, as well as this Hero Arts snowflake background. I've had this forever. So I have used VersaFine ink to stamp out my images because I'm going to be using the Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. And I'm going to start by coloring my dog. Now if you notice this puppy, he's got his little leg up. He's going to be peeing on the snowman. So I designed this card with the individual who bought their Christmas cards from me this year. And we just got to talking, and he's a really funny guy and he's snarky, and so we came up with this image. And as you can see, all the little details came into play. The little snowman's face while it's happening, and then of course the sentiment at the end. So I really like the way they came out, but I thought I'd share the process with you as well. So I'm just going through and I'm coloring. I am using a water brush with a very, very fine point on the end. Very, very comparable to the Zig fine point. So I really like that when I'm trying to color these in. I'm just picking out some very Christmassy colors from the set of markers. And I'm going to finish off that little buckle with a Wink of Stella in silver. That just adds a little something fun to it. Very simple coloring. I went back and forth between the two images because I wanted to let the dog dry a little bit before I did the eye. And then lastly, I'm going to add this little touch with my Sakura gel pen in the black, which is one of the best gel pens that you could use for this. You could see that sheen and that shine on the nose. So once I get everything colored in, I'm going to put a little shading on the snowman in some of the shaded areas with one of the lightest colors that I have in the set. Then I'm going to use the die that came with the stamp set. You've seen me use this tree before. And I am using my dies, cutting that out with some green cardstock. I am using a Lawn Fawn Hillside stitched border for the snowbank, and then some Marina Mist in color Stampin' Up! Paper. Taken to my color box here in the silver, which I really like the silver color box for the pigment ink, and I'm just going to stamp that. Really, I'm going to use my brayer to stamp. And I love the coverage that you get using a brayer to do that. It's a very, very good way to do that, aside from just using your fingers and your hand. Now I'm going to start putting down my stuff with some Tombow Mono adhesive. I'm going to leave a little bit of that top of the bank without some glue so I could stick my tree behind. Now I use the smaller tree behind to give the illusion that it's the same size, but just that it's further back. And then the larger tree is going to go in front. I'm just putting down all my pieces here, very simple to put together. The card itself was not as simple. There was a lot of pieces, elements to this card. But once you do mass production for your cards, it's not as difficult. You do all of one thing first, then move on to the next thing. So it really wasn't as bad as if I was to do 30 individual cards. So I get my doggy down, and now I'm just adding that final accent piece, which is the little arms. The snowman and the arms, there's dies that come with it, so that made it simple. Alright, so then the sentiment that we chose was been a rough year, R-U-F-F, and all I did was print that out on my printer on the cardstock that I wanted to use, and then used a little tag die to cut it out. Very simple. Lastly, I'm adding, I can't believe I have to say that, I'm adding urine to my paper. That's really gross, but it's a really funny card. So the little snowman's getting peed on, and in the inside we're just going to put Merry Christmas. We're fixing that to 110 pound Nina Solar White card base to make this very, very sturdy. And then that will finish up the card. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you didn't mind this little sarcastic card. It was a lot of fun to do. I just wanted to share it with you. Also, I miss crafting with you. So until next time, you can find me in other forums below. I'll list all the supplies I used as well. And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.